Chip Rogers is here. He is the president and CEO of the American Hotel and Lodging Association. Kind of an important job, Chip. Here you are at the helm. You know, you took this gig, I think, about a year and a half ago, and you enjoyed 2019, which was a banner year in travel, and here we are. So thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, the proverbial cliff was before us and we didn't see it, but no one saw it. And boy, was it a steep drop.
What should we expect from these properties as we begin to do our research?
Well, the good news is that our industry has rallied around a very base set of guidelines as it pertains to safety and cleanliness. And this is something we did almost immediately. So if you go to the AHLA website, you can see that list, but we created a council of all the major brands, the 16 largest brands in the United States. And keep in mind that these brands, sometimes you don't even know you're staying at a branded hotel. They operate and manage many hotels that don't necessarily have their flag out front.
Right.
And so we took those groups, then took the largest owner groups and the largest management company groups, brought them all together and said, look, what can we all agree on for safety and cleanliness that can be applied to that small Cape May beachside hotel, motel, all the way up to the largest resort in Orlando, Florida? What baseline can we set? We came up with the safe stay standards. They've been adopted by everyone. So that's the base. And then each of the individual brands is going above and beyond that as it pertains to their own business model, their properties, their locations. I mean, you have some brands that are doing things like electrostatic cleaners. So when a guest checks out before the next guest comes in, they're coming in with that cleaner, and it kills every germ across the board in the entire room. And so it's going to go hotel by hotel, motel by motel. But the most important thing is, at least for our industry, there is a baseline standards that meet all the CDC guidelines and in fact exceed those guidelines.
Well, and isn't that the bottom line question? Here it is, the beginning of summer, the unofficial start of summer has happened. The states are starting to reopen, the restrictions are starting to get lifted. We're starting to, which is such a wonderful thing, we start to fall in love with that romantic, oh my gosh, we got to get out and explore because we love doing it. We also hate being trapped in our homes. But nevertheless, the desire is there. Are we going to get the coronavirus from a hotel room?
I can't imagine that's going to be the case. We like to point out that hotel rooms are probably the cleanest place you're going to find after a hospital. And the good thing about hotel rooms is they don't have sick people to begin with. We love our first line responders. We love what the hospitals are doing. If it weren't for them, this thing would be 1,000 times worse. But if you're thinking about just cleanliness and safety, I can't think of a better place than a hotel. I mean, think about your own home. I'm sure you have a very clean home. I like to think I have a clean home, but I don't clean it every day. Right. In a hotel, every room's being cleaned virtually every day. Public area is being cleaned multiple times per day now with the safe stay guidelines. So it's clean, it's safe, and as you pointed out, it's a place to make memories.
Yeah. And again, it's hard for us to take that leap because of the unknown. You mentioned our own home. We can control what goes on in our home, and we can oversee this health and safety standards in our home, in our cars. What we can't is the airline, the bus, the train, the hotel. We have to take that on a word of faith. Let's be clear.
You do. The good news is, at least for our industry, this is not the first time we've dealt with this. There have been other viruses, and we've been cleaning at these standards for many years. And in fact, some of those viruses are actually more easily to spread on surfaces than is coronavirus. We saw the recent CDC guidelines that said spreading on a surface might not be as easy as we once thought. But some of the other viruses prior to this, it was much easier. We've been cleaning to those standards for quite some time.
What's it going to be like? Can you walk us through that experience of staying in a hotel or a resort and some general things that we can expect to see or not see?
Yeah, the good thing is clean and you shouldn't see it. However, what you will see is the activity that takes us towards being more clean. First and foremost, you're going to see a lot more hand sanitizers and a lot more wipes. Secondly, you're going to see, obviously, the physical distancing in places where people normally would gather, like in a lobby, at a pool, in the bar and restaurant, in a workout room. That physical distancing is clearly going to happen. But now you have technology that's been around for quite some time, so it's good that we're not just now creating it, but contactless entry. You can use a mobile app for just about every single brand there is in the US and get directly into your hotel room without having to go in the lobby, without having to go to that front desk. The food service is going to be much different. If you're looking to have the room service, it's going to be left outside your door. They're not going to come inside your room and set it up. If you want the breakfast buffet, well, the buffet may not be there anymore. In fact, for a while, it's not going to be there. But you will have grab and go items that are individually wrapped. So you're not having to stay in that area, and you're not having to worry about the buffet and all the utensils and everything else. So
wait a minute, Chip, this means the little pancake machine. I can't use the pancake machine anymore. I love that machine.
You could probably get one of those on eBay real cheap right now. And you can
probably get one for your house if you really need that.
Bring it with you, yeah.
Probably true. Yeah.
So yeah, the pancake machine for a while is going to be out of bounds, but
calm down.
Hey, we'll still feed you, so be ready for that.
You're going to be okay. It's probably 3 hours since you ate last, so you were going to be fine.
Exactly.
What about the elevator? Am I going to be able to touch the button on the elevator? Am I going to carry a pencil around and be like? I mean, is that what we're going to have to do?
No, one interesting thing someone recently mentioned, you remember back in the day where there used to be people stationed in elevators that would actually push the buttons for you. I don't think we're going to see that come back. There might be verbal commands. I've heard that technology is coming out, but I think most importantly in the immediate time period, those elevator bays are going to be wiped probably on almost an hourly basis.
Yeah.
And so I think you're going to be okay with touching the elevator buttons. And again, the cleanliness that is in a hotel before this was about as good as it gets. And now you're going to see that happen on an even more routine basis, particularly in those public areas in the hotel.
As part of your guidance, does it include guidance on what information to publish specifically on these websites? And would you suggest that people look specifically on these location property websites and look for the information that they're publishing?
Well, not to push our own association, but if you do look at the safe state guidelines and you recognize that is the baseline that everyone is working for, they're only going above and beyond that. That will give you a kind of a starting point. And if you're not satisfied with what's on the safe state guidelines and you know the particular brand you're going to, well then yes, go to that brand website. They're all different. So some will have the list, some will not. Others are creating it now. But look, it's no mystery to what we need to do. There was a morning consult poll that we did recently that showed that the number one issue among travelers is cleanliness and safety right now. And that was the number one item listed by 87% of the respondents. So everyone is doing this right now.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here. Would you come back and give us an update? I mean, again, we talk about, 1 in 10 jobs in the world are either directly or indirectly supported by the travel and tourism industry. And we don't really think about it, but the lodging industry alone represents from F&B to maintenance to upkeep. And I mean, it is a tremendous number of people. And I would imagine you share my thought to say, listen, you want to help restart this economy, go on vacation, stay at a hotel.
Absolutely. And hotels are open, they're clean, they're ready. And look, I want to thank you for all you've done to help promote this industry, but it's not really the industry, it's promoting a way of life that brings happiness to everybody. So I really appreciate that.
Well, listen, Chip, you want to come on my program and say nice things about me, that's a surefire way to get you back on immediately.
I'm already looking to get rebooked. Yes, thanks.
Very good. Yes, you're planning ahead. I love that about you. Thank you for doing this, my friend.
Thank you. Have a great day.
We post brand new videos every day in travel at noon and 4 p.m. Eastern, so hit that subscribe button to remind you, and don't forget to like and share this video as well. Hey, watch another one while you're at it.